Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to be here and to announce the much anticipated release of the encyclical letter Laudato Si. I'll give you a brief background and then I'd be delighted to take questions, and as Shane has mentioned, if there's time available at the end, we could do some one-on-ones. The great thing that I take from this encyclical is that the Pope has looked at us all as brothers and sisters in the world, responsible for the world, and he's broadened the discussion beyond what we would be saying about pollution, environmental change and so on. He's brought it into human relationships and the responsibility which we as human beings have for the world in which we live. So the Pope has challenged every living person on the planet to enter into a new dialogue towards building a better future. It's clear that climate change will impact on millions and possibly billions, and their ability to access food, clean water and fresh air. And I think when the Pope calls the earth our common home, he shows the responsibility that every man, woman and child has for making the future of the world in which we live. And to me this is the great thing, because it's something we can do together. It's something that's very challenging for nations, challenging for states, but then it drills right down to us as individuals, the culture of waste, how we can work better to provide alternative sources of energy in our daily living, and so on. So there's a distinct link which he makes between the fragility of our planet and the poor, and he explains that everything is connected and therefore is interdependent. So we can't just stick to what we call the strict environmental message. We need to go further and look at ourselves as sisters and brothers on the planet and our responsibility to answer the question, what will we pass on to others for the future? He does draw attention to pollution, climate change and fossil fuels. He's been definitive about the necessity to reduce the usage of those fuels and to strive for a more efficient use of energy. He says climate change is a global problem with serious implications and represents one of the principal challenges facing humanity. And he wants us to seek new ways of understanding our economy, to look at our throwaway culture and dependence on technology, and wants us to reassess the dignity of humanity. The Pope's drawn from bishop statements around the world, and as chair of the Australian bishops, I'm pleased that he's even drawn on our Australian bishop statement in 2002 about being reconciled to the planet and reconciled to each other. He refers to pollution and its effect on the poor, to urban chaos, drug trafficking, refugees and human trafficking. So I believe that this is the right person delivering the right message at the right time. And while he's been blunt and while he's emphasised certain important truths to the wealthy and the powerful and to nations, he does provide a great sense of hope that we as human beings can create new habits, embrace a new lifestyle and effectively make a new start.